Hello everyone, this video will help you to fill your application form for Italian student visa, or you can also say D-type visa. I hope many of you already got admission at Italian universities and many already have appointment in the coming days, so it is important to know how to fill this application form. So I have downloaded this application form at Ministry of Foreign Affairs Italy, but I hope it should be more or less same for each Italian embassy. So on the right hand side you can see there is only one tab which is for photo. So here you have to paste your passport size photo with white background, and your face should be clear without any cloth or any scarf or thing like that. Then this tab on the right hand side, you do not need to fill it because it is for their official use, so keep it as it is. You have to start your application from here. So this is number 1 tab. So here you have to write only your surname or the last name. Here you do not need to write many names, more than one name, so you have to write only your last name, or you can say your surname. Then in number 2 tab you have to write the surname which was your surname at the time of birth. So sometime few persons have a different surname at birth and then later they change, but if your surname is same as it is on the birth, so you can again repeat the same name that you write in column 1. So again your last name or the surname in number 2. Then in number 3, most importantly, you can write your first name and middle name if any. For example, if there are total 3 names in your name, then you can write your last name in the first 2 tab and your first and second name in the third tab. So the first name and the middle name, and if you have only 2 names, then your last name in the first and second, and first name in your third column. Okay, so I hope it is clear that here in first and second column you have to write only your last name, and then in the third column you have to write your first, whether it is 1 name, 2 name or 3 names. Then in fourth you have to write your date of birth. So first you have to write your day, then dash month, and then dash you have to write the year of your birth. Then in the fifth you have to write the place of birth, like the city where you were born. So normally the city, it is written on your passport, so but it is also written on your birth certificate or the domicile, so you can write the city of your birth. Then in the sixth you have to write your country of birth, not your nationality but your country of birth. Then in the seventh you have to write your current nationality, and same in the seventh column at the bottom you have to write if there is a different nationality at the time of birth. So if you have same nationality, then you have to write only here, but if you have different nationality at the time of birth, then you can write here if it is different. Then in number 8 you have to write your gender, whether you are a male or female. So you have to tick one of these boxes. You do not need to write anything, just tick one of this box whether you are male or female. Then in the ninth again you have to tick one of your box about your marriage status. So if you are a single, then take the first single. Then if you are married, then separated, then second, similarly window and other. But if you do not have any of these 5 options, then you can tick the other option, and then here you can write which is the option that is other than from these 5 options. Then in number 10 it is for the minor, so it is obviously not for the students. So the student should be an adult person, so you do not need to write number 10. Then in 11 you have to write your national identity number. It is different from your passport. So sometime in different countries there are different documents, like in Pakistan there is a national computerized national identity card, CNIC. So if in your country you have any other identity number, other card, you can write the number here. Then in number 12 you have to write you have to choose one of the travel document, like if you have ordinary passport, or if you have a service passport, if you are a government employee, if you have a special passport. And if you do not have any of these 5 documents, then you have to tick on the other, and then you have to write the document name. But in the most of the cases for the students, it should be first option, which is ordinary passport. So only tick on this box. Then Here you have to write in number 13, you have to write your passport number. Then in 14 you have to write the date of issue of your passport. Then in 15 the date of expiry of your passport, and then the issue byte. So here simply you can write the name of your country, or you can write the government and then write your country name. Like if you belong to Pakistan, you can say write government of Pakistan, or government of India, government of Bangladesh, government of Afghanistan, depending upon which government has issued you the passport. Okay, then here most importantly you have to write applicant's home address and email address. So here you can write your complete home address and as well as your email address. So first start with your home address, like your street, then the city name, then if there is any district name, then postal code, and then at the end write your email address. Then write your telephone number. Remember to write correct telephone number with your country code, because later you can receive a phone call when they have to give you the outcome of your passport or the collection call. So write your correct telephone number. Then number 18 is the residence in a country other than the country of current nationality. So if you are living in a country which is different from your own country, like for example a student belong to Afghanistan, maybe living in Pakistan, because in some countries there is no Italian embassy, so they have to go to another country to apply for visa. So in that case you can write the residence, that if it is the same country where you are applying your visa, then choose no. But if you belong to a different country and you have a residence or residence permit of another country, then you can take yes, and then you can write if you have a residence permit of other country, then you can write its number and protocol number and the expiry date of that document. So normally if you are applying for a same country, for example if you are living in Pakistan and you are applying there in Islamabad or Karachi, then you can choose the first option, which is no. Then here in the current occupation, if you have any job or occupation, you can write current occupation, otherwise you can write student, or you can write not applicable. Then in the 20, employer and employer's address and telephone number for the students, name and address of the educational establishment. So for the student they can write their university name, but if you are working you can write your institute name. Then number 21, most importantly, purpose of journey. So you can choose one of these. So here you have to choose this one, which is study. So you are applying for a study purpose, so you can take this one. Okay, and remember that you have not write anything here, it is for official use. So next we move to page number 2. Okay, now we are on page 2. So the 22 section is about city of destination. So here you have to write the name of city where university is situated. Like you can write the name of city like Napoli, Roma, Milan, Padua. So you should know the city name where your university is situated, where you got admission. Then in number 23, eventual member state of first entry. So here obviously you have to write Italy, because you will make your first entry into Italy. So write the name Italy in 23. Then in number 4, number of entries requested. So here you have to take this third one, multiple entries. So you will need a multiple entry visa, and it will help you for your travel. So choose the third option, multiple entries visa. Then in number 25, duration of your stay. So here you have to write 365. Do not write any other number, only write 365, because you will need a visa for maximum 365 days. So write 365 on this space. Then in number 26, Schengen visa issued during the past 3 years. So if you have any visa from any Schengen country during the past 3 years, then you can choose yes, and then you can provide the relevant information. But if it is your first time you are applying for a Schengen visa, then take on no, the first step. Then similarly 27 is also related, that if you previously applied for a Schengen visa and if you gave any fingerprints, then you have to tick yes, and then you have to provide the date. But if you have never have such experience, you never gave any fingerprints for Schengen visa, then choose the first option, which is for no. Then 28 is not for you, it is for those who are applying family visa, so it is not for you, so you can write not applicable in 28. Then number 8 is most importantly is intended date of arrival in the Schengen area. So for example, if your program is going to start from 15th September or the 1st October, normally the session start from September, from the end of September, so you can write the date of 15 September 2026, or you can write 1st September 2026. So do not write too much early date, because normally each university announce its starting of first semester, so you can write maximum 1 week date before your start of your semester. For example, if your first semester is going to start like 26th September, you can write the date of 20 or 21 September, so here you can write your arrival date. Then 30 is that intended date of departure, so it is for those who choose any other. Here I explained you that in 25 you have to write 365. So if you write any other number like 364 or 360, then you have to write in 30 your intended date of departure or return from Schengen area. So it is normally for those who apply visit visa. So if you write here in 25 365 days, then here you do not write to fill it, you can only write not applicable. Then in 31 you have to write the surname and first name. It is for those who are going for work visa, so you do not need to write surname or first name. Here you simply can write the name of your university, write full name of your university and the city. And similarly, here you can write again the email address of your course coordinator, or you can write the email address of international office. And similarly, you can find the telephone number of your university at the university website, so you can whichever the any number that you find on university website, you can write here. Similarly, try to find the number of international office or the coordinator, you can write here. Then 32 is for those who are going for work. It is for inviting company or organization. You can write not applicable, or you can simply again write the name of your university, and similarly you can provide the information of your international office. Otherwise you can write not applicable in 32. And then again the surname, first name, address and telephone, and email address of the contact person of the company or organization. So here you can write the name of your university, and then you can write the contact email ID of international office or your coordinator or the secretariat, the secretary. There is also admission office of a specific department course, you can write also the number. Then 33, here it is 33 onward are the most important section. Cost of traveling and living during the application stay is covered. So here on the left hand side, by the applicant himself, herself. So if you are your sponsor, you are sponsoring yourself, then you have to take this one, and then you can choose because you will have a bank statement or bank deposit, so you can choose this one, first option, which is for cash. Okay, remember that you have to take this one if you are yourself your sponsor. Okay, but if your sponsor is your like father or mother or any other relative, then you have to choose one of these three options. Okay, so if you are on a scholarship, you have a merit scholarship, then you can choose this one, and here you can write the name of company or the organization or the university who is providing you the scholarship. But if you are going to work, then obviously here in the 31 you write the name and surname of your organization. So if your organization like university or company is your sponsor, you can choose this option. Okay, but for the student who are not on scholarship, they are applying for visa with the bank statement, then you do not need to take first box and third box. Instead you have to take this third box, and here you have to write the name your sponsor, like you can write my father, my mother, or any sponsor you can write here. And again here you can take this box which is for cash. So remember to fill this section carefully, it is regarding your bank statement or the sponsorship. So then we move to page 3. Page 3 is not much longer. Okay, then the column from 34 column is for those, if you have any relative or any family member who is already living in European Union or is a citizen of Switzerland or EU member or any of these three categories. So if any of your family member belong to EU or Schengen area, you can write here, and then you have to write its the person's surname, first name, date of birth and nationality. But if there is no family member living in Schengen area or EU, you can write not applicable in all these sections. Then at the end, 35 is family relationship with, so it is also belong to 34. So if you do not have any family member in EU, you can also leave 35 empty, or you can write not applicable. Then most importantly, in the 36, you have to write the place and date. For example, you can write your city name and the date when you are going to submit your visa application form, and in 37 you have to do your signature, and then your application form will be completed and you can submit it. Okay, so next in the next few days I will also make a video on the documents requirement. So regarding application form, if you have any question, you can write in the comment box.